Could asteroids be comets?
If you think of them at all, you probably think of asteroids and comets as two distinct classes of objects. Asteroids are rocky and metallic, while comets are more icy and have fuzzy heads and long tails. But nature isn't so picky. Sometimes lines get blurred.
On January 22nd, 2016, a small asteroid was seen in observations made by the Pan-STARRS Survey telescope. The telescope sweeps the sky every night, looking out for tiny specks of light that move amongst the background stars. These usually turn out to be asteroids, some of which get close to Earth. While we love all asteroids, astronomers are particularly interested in ones that get near our little world, also known as near-Earth objects.
This was because the new asteroid was found to be making a close approach to Earth on March 22nd, passing us at a distance of 3.5 million kilometers, making it the third most closest near-Earth object observed in the history of modern astronomy. Well, it's still safe for now, but it might be a good idea to keep an eye on it. The asteroid just might make a closer flyby in the future.
As usual for such things, the new object was reported and assigned a temporary destination, Asteroid 2016 BA14. But wait.
As reported by astronomer Michael Kelly, it didn't take long for people to notice the orbit of this object was extremely similar to the orbit of the Comet 252P Linear 12, which had been discovered back in year 2000. Coincidence?
Maybe. To find out, Kelly and Matthew Knight observed BA14 with the Discovery Channel telescope at Lowell's Observatory, and to their surprise they saw that it has a tail.
A tail makes the asteroid more comet-like. The most likely explanation is that Comet 252P has split, breaking apart into two pieces some time ago. The main chunk is what we call the Comet 252P, and the smaller secondary piece is BA14.
Or used to be. Now that we know it's more like a comet, it's been given a comet name, P2016 BA14 Pan-STARRS. The P means it's a periodic comet, a short period comet that orbits the Sun in less than 200 years, while Pan-STARRS is the name of the observatory where it was discovered.
In fact, both comets will make their spectacular appearance in March 2016. 252P will be the sixth closest comet, while BA14 will be the third closest comet reported from Earth. Though 252P is further away from Earth, it's much brighter than BA14 in a magnitude of 11 because of its larger size. Fascinating, isn't it?
Despite having the same orbit, the comets appear to take on different paths in the sky. At its closest approach, 252P is seen flying from the constellations Apis to Ara, while BA14 will be seen moving across constellation Cancer.
We can't observe the comets from Singapore using our naked eye due to the full moon and light pollution. Fortunately, astronauts have employed the Hubble Space Telescope to take highly detailed photographs and spectrographs to measure their chemical compositions. Similarities would conclusively prove they are related.
Which brings me back to the differences between comets and asteroids. In reality, they aren't in two different classes, they instead fall along a continuum, with some being more rocky and metallic, and some filled with various ices of water, carbon dioxide, and the list goes on.
Comets can even become asteroids. Every time a comet gets near the Sun, some of the ice might sublimate into a huge thin gaseous atmosphere, also known as a coma. The gas in the coma, along with dust particles, are blown away by the Sun's radiation pressure and solar wind, producing a tail that points away from the Sun. Over time, it's possible for a comet to run out of volatile material, leaving behind a dead rocky body we'll call an asteroid. It could also result in comets breaking up into smaller pieces, and that could explain how BA14 was formed.
This again shows how our propensity for putting things into neat little boxes can trip us up. Asteroids or comets, nature doesn't care which is which. I'm not saying asteroids and comets are the same thing though, they're clearly not. But I don't think we should think of them as being entirely separate either. Just like Ceres, which is classified as both a dwarf planet and an asteroid, at the borders things do get fuzzy.
But that's also where they get interesting. Studying things at the edges of our definitions tells us more about the objects on both sides of that line, and also reminds us that the line may not exist at all.